Preparing for your UK theory test? Congratulations, you've come to the right channel. On this channel, you'll find everything you need to pass on your first try guaranteed. This mock test includes 50 questions, just like the real exam. You'll need 43 correct answers to pass. Quick tip, don't miss the last 8 road sign questions. They're important and can earn you easy points in your exam. All questions are based on the official DVSA study guide. Keep track of your score and let us know in the comments how many you got right. Let's get started. Question 1. You're driving on a wet road. What should you do if you have to stop your vehicle in an emergency? A. Apply the parking brake and foot brake together. B. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. C. Select reverse gear. D. Give an arm signal. The correct answer is B. Keep both hands on the steering wheel. Explanation: as you drive, look well ahead and all around so that you're ready for any hazards that might develop. If you have to stop in an emergency, react as soon as you can while keeping control of the vehicle. Keep both hands on the steering wheel so you can control the vehicle's direction of travel. Question 2. What should you do if you cannot see clearly behind when you're reversing? A. Open the window to look behind. B. Open the door to look behind. C. Look in the near side mirror. D. Ask someone to guide you. The correct answer is D. Ask someone to guide you. Explanation: if you want to turn your car around, try to find a place where you have good all-round vision. If this is not possible and you're unable to see clearly, then get someone to guide you. Question 3. What should you do if you're being followed by an ambulance showing flashing blue lights? A. Pull over as soon as it's safe to do so. B. Accelerate hard to get away from it. C. Maintain your speed and course. D. Brake harshly and stop well out into the road. The correct answer is A. Pull over as soon as it's safe to do so. Explanation: pull over in a place where the ambulance can pass safely. Check that there are no bollards or obstructions in the road that will prevent it from passing. Question 4. When should you flash your headlights at other road users? A. When showing that you're giving way. B. When showing that you're about to turn. C. When telling them that you have right of way. D. When letting them know that you're there. The correct answer is D. When letting them know that you're there. Explanation: you should only flash your headlights to warn others of your presence. Do not use them to greet others, show impatience or give priority to other road users, because they could misunderstand your signal. Question 5. You're driving along this road. What should you do if the red car cuts in close in front of you? A. Accelerate to get closer to the red car. B. Give a long blast on the horn. C. Drop back to leave the correct separation distance. D. Flash your headlights several times. The correct answer is C. Drop back to leave the correct separation distance. Explanation: there are times when other drivers make incorrect or ill-judged decisions. Be tolerant and try not to retaliate or react aggressively. Always consider the safety of other road users, your passengers and yourself. Question 6. How would underinflated tires affect your vehicle? A. The vehicle's stopping distance would increase. B. The flash rate of the vehicle's indicators would increase. C. The vehicle's gear change mechanism would become stiff. D. The vehicle's headlights would aim high. The correct answer is A. The vehicle's stopping distance would increase. Explanation: your tires are your only contact with the road. To prevent problems with braking and steering, keep your tires free from defects. They must have sufficient tread depth and be correctly inflated. Correct tire pressures help reduce the risk of skidding and provide a safer and more comfortable drive or ride. Question 7. When will your vehicle use more fuel? A. When its tires are underinflated. B. When its tires are of different makes. C. When its tires are overinflated. D. When its tires are new. The correct answer is A. When its tires are underinflated. Explanation: check your tire pressures frequently, normally once a week. If they're lower than those recommended by the manufacturer, there will be more rolling resistance. The engine will have to work harder to overcome this, leading to increased fuel consumption. Question 8. What's the legal minimum depth of tread for car tires? A. 1 mm. B. 1.6 mm. C. 2.5 mm. D. 4 mm. The correct answer is B. 1.6 mm. Explanation: car tires must have sufficient depth of tread to give them a good grip on the road surface. The legal minimum for cars is 1.6 mm. This depth should be across the central 3/4 of the breadth of the tire and around the entire circumference. Question 9. What should you do when leaving your vehicle parked and unattended? A. Park near a busy junction. B. Park in a housing estate. C. Lock it and remove the key. D. Leave the left indicator on. The correct answer is C. Lock it and remove the key. Explanation: an unlocked car is an open invitation to thieves. Leaving the keys in the ignition not only makes your car easy to steal, but could also invalidate your insurance. Question 10. You have to make an unexpected journey. You're carrying a 5-year-old child on the back seat of your car. They're under 1.35 meters, 4 feet 5 inches tall. How should you seat them if a correct child restraint is not available? A. Behind the passenger seat. B. Using an adult's seatbelt. C. Sharing a belt with an adult. D. Between 2 other children. The correct answer is B. Using an adult seatbelt. Explanation: in journeys of unexpected necessity, and when a correct child restraint is not available, the child must sit on the rear seat and use an adult seatbelt. In a collision, unrestrained objects and people can cause serious injury or even death. Question 11. You're following a vehicle on a wet road. You stay a safe distance behind it. What should you do if a driver overtakes you and pulls into the gap you've left? A. Flash your headlights as a warning. B. Try to overtake safely as soon as you can. C. Drop back to regain a safe distance. D. Stay close to the other vehicle until it moves on. The correct answer is C. Drop back to regain a safe distance. Explanation: wet weather will affect the time it takes for you to stop and can affect your control. Your speed should allow you to stop safely and in good time. If another vehicle pulls into the gap you've allowed, ease back until you've regained your stopping distance. Question 12. You're driving a vehicle that has anti-lock brakes. How should you apply the foot brake when you need to stop in an emergency? A. Slowly and gently. B. Slowly but firmly. C. Rapidly and gently. D. Rapidly and firmly. The correct answer is D. Rapidly and firmly. Explanation: you may have to stop in an emergency due to a misjudgment by another driver or a hazard arising suddenly, such as a child running out into the road. If your vehicle has anti-lock brakes, you should apply the brakes immediately and keep them firmly applied until you stop. Question 13. What's the main hazard shown in this picture? A. Vehicles turning right. B. Vehicles doing U-turns. C. The cyclist crossing the road. D. Parked cars around the corner. The correct answer is C. The cyclist crossing the road. Explanation: look at the picture carefully and try to imagine you're there. The cyclist in this picture appears to be trying to cross the road. You must be able to deal with the unexpected, especially when you're approaching a hazardous junction. Look well ahead to give yourself time to deal with any hazards. Question 14. What should the driver of the car approaching the crossing do? A. Continue at the same speed. B. Sound the horn. C. Drive through quickly. D. Slow down and get ready to stop. The correct answer is D. Slow down and get ready to stop. Explanation: look well ahead to see whether any hazards are developing. This will give you more time to deal with them in the correct way. The man in the picture is clearly intending to cross the road. You should be traveling at a speed that allows you to check your mirror, slow down and stop in good time. You should not have to brake harshly. Question 15. What should you do as you approach this cyclist? A. Try to overtake before the cyclist gets to the junction. B. Flash your headlights at the cyclist. C. Slow down and allow the cyclist to turn. D. Rev your engine so the cyclist knows you're following behind. The correct answer is C. Slow down and allow the cyclist to turn. Explanation: keep well back and give the cyclist time and room to turn safely. Do not intimidate them by getting too close or trying to squeeze past. Question 16. You're about to drive home. What should you do if you feel very tired and have a severe headache? A. Wait until you're fit and well before driving. B. Drive home but take a tablet for headaches. C. Drive home if you can stay awake for the journey. D. Wait for a short time, then drive home slowly. The correct answer is A. Wait until you're fit and well before driving. Explanation: all of your concentration should be on your driving. Any pain you feel will distract you, and you should avoid driving when drowsy. The safest course of action is to wait until you've rested and are feeling better before starting your journey. Question 17. What should you do if it's raining and you're following this lorry on a motorway? A. Allow a 2-second separation gap. B. Switch your headlights onto main beam. C. Move into a lane that has less spray. D. Be aware of spray reducing your vision. The correct answer is D. Be aware of spray reducing your vision. Explanation: the usual 2-second time gap should be doubled to 4 seconds when roads are wet. By staying well back, you'll be able to see past the vehicle ahead, stay out of the spray thrown up by the lorry's tires, give yourself more time to stop if needed, and increase your chances of being seen by the lorry driver. Question 18. As you approach a pelican crossing, the lights change to green. What should you do if older people are still crossing? A. Wave them to cross as quickly as they can. B. Rev your engine to make them hurry. C. Flash your lights in case they've not noticed you. D. Wait patiently while they cross. The correct answer is D. Wait patiently while they cross. Explanation: if the lights turn to green, wait for any pedestrians to clear the crossing. Allow them to finish crossing the road in their own time, and do not try to hurry them by revving your engine. Question 19. What should you do when you're following a motorcyclist along a road that has a poor surface? A. Follow closely so they can see you in their mirrors. B. Overtake immediately to avoid delays. C. Allow extra room in case they swerve to avoid potholes. D. Allow the same room as normal to avoid wasting road space. The correct answer is C. Allow extra room in case they swerve to avoid potholes. Explanation: to avoid being unbalanced, a motorcyclist might swerve to avoid potholes and bumps in the road. Be prepared for this and allow them extra space. Question 20. Who may use toucan crossings? A. Motorcyclists and cyclists. B. Motorcyclists and pedestrians. C. Only cyclists. D. Cyclists and pedestrians. The correct answer is D. Cyclists and pedestrians. Explanation: there are some crossings where cycle routes lead cyclists to cross at the same place as pedestrians. Always look out for cyclists, as they're likely to be approaching faster than pedestrians.
Finding this video helpful? Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Your support helps us create more practice videos to get you test ready. Now, let's get back to it.
Question 21. You're traveling on a narrow section of road. What should you do if a horse rider ahead is riding in the center of the lane? A. Sound your horn to alert them to your presence. B. Stay behind and allow them to ride in this position. C. Move across to the right and try to ease past them. D. Get up close behind to encourage them to move aside. The correct answer is B. Stay behind and allow them to ride in this position. Explanation: on narrow sections of road, horse riders may ride in the center of the lane. This is for their own safety as it makes them more visible. You should be patient and only pass when it's safe to do so. Question 22. The road outside this school is marked with yellow zigzag lines. What do these lines mean? A. You may park on the lines when dropping off school children. B. You may park on the lines when picking up school children. C. You should not wait or park your vehicle here. D. You must stay with your vehicle if you park here. The correct answer is C. You should not wait or park your vehicle here. Explanation: parking here would block other road users' view of the school entrance and would endanger the lives of children on their way to and from school. Question 23. You're leaving a safe gap as you follow a large vehicle. What should you do if a car moves into this gap? A. Sound your horn. B. Drop back further. C. Flash your headlights. D. Start to overtake. The correct answer is B. Drop back further. Explanation: sometimes your separation distance is shortened by a driver moving into the gap you've allowed. When this happens, react positively, stay calm and drop further back to re-establish a safe following distance. Question 24. What must you do when you're overtaking a car at night? A. Flash your headlights before overtaking. B. Select a higher gear. C. Switch your headlights to main beam before overtaking. D. Make sure you do not dazzle other road users. The correct answer is D. Make sure you do not dazzle other road users. Explanation: to prevent your headlights from dazzling the driver of the car in front, wait until you've passed them before switching to main beam. Question 25. You're driving on the motorway in windy conditions. What should you do as you overtake a high-sided vehicle? A. Increase your speed. B. Be wary of a sudden gust. C. Drive alongside very closely. D. Expect normal conditions. The correct answer is B. Be wary of a sudden gust. Explanation: the draft caused by other vehicles, particularly those with high sides, could be strong enough to push you out of your lane. Be prepared for a sudden gust of wind as you overtake large vehicles. Keep both hands on the steering wheel to help you keep full control. Question 26. What should you do if you park on the road when it's foggy? A. Leave parking lights switched on. B. Leave dipped headlights and fog lights switched on. C. Leave dipped headlights switched on. D. Leave main beam headlights switched on. The correct answer is A. Leave parking lights switched on. Explanation: if you have to park your vehicle in foggy conditions, try to find a place to park off the road. If this is not possible, park on the road facing in the same direction as the traffic. Leave your parking lights switched on and make sure they're clean. Question 27. Which vehicles are not allowed to use the right-hand lane of a 3-lane motorway? A. Small delivery vans. B. Motorcycles. C. Vehicles towing a trailer. D. Motorcycle and sidecar outfits. The correct answer is C. Vehicles towing a trailer. Explanation: on the motorway, any vehicle towing a trailer is restricted to 60 miles per hour. It's not allowed in the right-hand lane, as it might hold up faster-moving traffic that wishes to overtake in that lane. Question 28. You're on a 3-lane motorway. Which lane are you in if there are red reflective studs on your left and white ones to your right? A. In the right-hand lane. B. In the middle lane. C. On the hard shoulder. D. In the left-hand lane. The correct answer is D. In the left-hand lane. Explanation: the colors of the reflective studs on the motorway indicate different locations. Red studs are found between the hard shoulder and the carriageway. White studs mark the lanes. Amber studs are positioned between the carriageway and the central reservation. Green studs highlight slip road exits and entrances, while bright green-yellow studs are used at roadworks and contraflow systems. Question 29. When are you allowed to stop on a motorway? A. When you need to walk and get fresh air. B. When you wish to pick up hitchhikers. C. When you're signaled to do so by traffic signals. D. When you need to use a mobile telephone. The correct answer is C. When you're signaled to do so by traffic signals. Explanation: you must stop if overhead gantry signs show a red cross above every lane on the motorway. If any of the other lanes does not show a red cross, you may move into that lane and continue if it's safe to do so. Question 30. What should you do if you're driving on a motorway and you miss the exit that you wanted to take? A. Carefully reverse along the hard shoulder. B. Carry on to the next exit. C. Carefully reverse in the left-hand lane. D. Make a U-turn at the next gap in the central reservation. The correct answer is B. Carry on to the next exit. Explanation: it's illegal to reverse, cross the central reservation, or drive against the traffic flow on a motorway. If you miss your exit, carry on until you reach the next one. Ask yourself why you missed your exit. If you think that your concentration is fading, take a break before continuing your journey. Question 31. You're looking for somewhere to park at night. When may you park on the right-hand side of the road? A. When you're in a one-way street. B. When you have your side lights on. C. When you're more than 10 meters 32 feet from a junction. D. When you're under a lamppost. The correct answer is A. When you're in a one-way street. Explanation: red rear reflectors show up when headlights shine on them. These are useful when you're parked at night, but they'll only reflect if you park in the same direction as the traffic flow. Normally, you should park on the left, but in a one-way street, you may also park on the right-hand side of the road. Question 32. You're waiting at a level crossing. What must you do if a train passes but the lights keep flashing? A. Carry on waiting. B. Phone the signal operator. C. Edge over the stop line and look for trains. D. Park and investigate. The correct answer is A. Carry on waiting. Explanation: if the lights at a level crossing keep flashing after a train has passed, you should continue to wait, because another train might be coming. Time seems to pass slowly when you're held up in a queue. Be patient, and wait until the lights stop flashing. Question 33. You're on a road that's only wide enough for one vehicle. What should you do if a car is coming towards you? A. Pull into a passing place on your right. B. Force the other driver to reverse. C. Pull into a passing place if your vehicle is wider. D. Pull into a passing place on your left. The correct answer is D. Pull into a passing place on your left. Explanation: pull into the nearest passing place on the left if you meet another vehicle on a narrow road. If the nearest passing place is on the right, wait opposite it. Question 34. For how long is an MOT certificate normally valid? A. 3 years after the date it was issued. B. 10,000 miles. C. 1 year after the date it was issued. D. 30,000 miles. The correct answer is C. 1 year after the date it was issued. Explanation: some garages will remind you that your vehicle is due for its annual MOT test, but not all do. To ensure continuous cover, you may take your vehicle for its MOT up to 1 month before its existing MOT certificate expires. The expiry date on the new certificate will be 12 months after the expiry date on the old certificate. Question 35. Who's legally responsible for ensuring that a vehicle registration certificate V5C is updated? A. The registered vehicle keeper. B. The vehicle manufacturer. C. Your insurance company. D. The licensing authority. The correct answer is A. The registered vehicle keeper. Explanation: it's your legal responsibility to keep the details on your vehicle registration certificate, V5C, up to date. You should tell the licensing authority about any changes. These include your name, address, or vehicle details. If you do not do this, you may have problems when you try to sell your vehicle. Question 36. A casualty is not breathing normally and needs CPR. At what rate should you press down and release on the center of their chest? A. 10 times per minute. B. 120 times per minute. C. 60 times per minute. D. 240 times per minute. The correct answer is B. 120 times per minute. Explanation: if a casualty is not breathing normally, cardiopulmonary resuscitation (CPR) may be needed to maintain circulation. Place 2 hands on the center of the chest and press down hard and fast, around 5 to 6 centimeters and about twice a second. Question 37. Which document may the police ask you to produce after you've been involved in a collision? A. Your vehicle registration document. B. Your driving license. C. Your theory test certificate. D. Your vehicle service record. The correct answer is B. Your driving license. Explanation: you must stop if you've been involved in a collision that results in injury or damage. The police may ask to see your driving license and insurance details at the time or later at a police station. Question 38. Your vehicle has stalled in the middle of a level crossing. What should you do if the warning bells start to ring while you're trying to restart the engine? A. Get out of the car and clear of the crossing. B. Run down the track to warn the signal operator. C. Carry on trying to restart the engine. D. Push the vehicle clear of the crossing. The correct answer is A. Get out of the car and clear of the crossing. Explanation: if the warning bells ring, leave the vehicle and get any passengers well clear of the crossing immediately. Question 39. You're going to tow a trailer that's wider than your car. What must you fit to your car before you start towing it? A. Exterior towing mirrors. B. Projection markers. C. Parking sensors. D. Rear view camera. The correct answer is A. Exterior towing mirrors. Explanation: you must fit exterior towing mirrors to your vehicle if your vehicle is narrower than your trailer or load, or if your trailer or load blocks your view of the road behind you. Question 40. Where would you see a contraflow bus lane? A. On a dual carriageway. B. On a roundabout. C. On an urban motorway. D. On a one-way street. The correct answer is D. On a one-way street. Explanation: the traffic permitted to use a contraflow lane travels in the opposite direction to traffic in the other lanes on the road. Question 41. When may you cross a double solid white line in the middle of the road? A. To pass traffic that's queuing back at a junction. B. To pass a car signaling to turn left ahead. C. To pass a road maintenance vehicle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. D. To pass a vehicle that's towing a trailer. The correct answer is C. To pass a road maintenance vehicle traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. Explanation: you may cross the solid white line to pass a stationary vehicle or to pass a cyclist, horse or road maintenance vehicle if it's traveling at 10 miles per hour or less. You may also cross the solid white line to enter a side road or access a property. Question 42. What does this sign mean? A. Minimum speed 30 miles per hour. B. End of maximum speed. C. End of minimum speed. D. Maximum speed 30 miles per hour. The correct answer is C. End of minimum speed. Explanation: the red slash through the sign indicates that the restriction has ended. In this case, the restriction was a minimum speed limit of 30 miles per hour. Question 43. What does this sign mean? A. No parking. B. No road markings. C. No through road. D. No entry. The correct answer is D. No entry. Explanation: no entry signs are used in places such as one-way streets to prevent vehicles driving against the traffic. To ignore one would be dangerous, both for yourself and for other road users, as well as being against the law. Question 44. What does this sign mean? A. National speed limit applies. B. Waiting restrictions apply. C. No stopping. D. No entry. The correct answer is C. No stopping. Explanation: this is the sign for a clearway. Clearways are stretches of road where you're not allowed to stop unless it's an emergency. Stopping where these restrictions apply may be dangerous and is likely to cause an obstruction. Restrictions might apply for several miles, and this may be indicated on the sign. Question 45. What does this sign mean? A. Crossroads. B. Level crossing with gate. C. Level crossing without gate. D. Ahead only. The correct answer is A. Crossroads. Explanation: the priority through the junction is shown by the broader line. You need to be aware of the hazard posed by traffic crossing or pulling out onto a major road. Question 46. What does this sign mean? A. Hump bridge. B. Humps in the road. C. Entrance to tunnel. D. Soft verges. The correct answer is B. Humps in the road. Explanation: these humps have been put in place to slow the traffic down. They're usually found in residential areas. Slow down to an appropriate speed. Question 47. What does this sign mean? A. The right-hand lane ahead is narrow. B. Right-hand lane for buses only. C. Right-hand lane for turning right. D. The right-hand lane is closed. The correct answer is D. The right-hand lane is closed. Explanation: yellow and black temporary signs may be used to inform you about roadworks or lane restrictions. Look well ahead. If you have to change lanes, do so in good time. Question 48. What does this sign mean? A. Motorcycles only. B. No cars. C. Cars only. D. No motorcycles. The correct answer is D. No motorcycles. Explanation: you must comply with all traffic signs and be especially aware of those signs that apply specifically to the type of vehicle you're using. Question 49. What does this sign mean? A. Two-way traffic straight ahead. B. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. C. Two-way traffic over a bridge. D. Two-way traffic crosses a two-way road. The correct answer is B. Two-way traffic crosses a one-way road. Explanation: be prepared for traffic approaching from junctions on either side of you. Try to avoid unnecessary changing of lanes just before the junction. Question 50. What does this sign mean? A. School crossing patrol. B. No pedestrians allowed. C. Pedestrian zone, no vehicles. D. Zebra crossing ahead. The correct answer is D. Zebra crossing ahead. Explanation: look well ahead and be ready to stop for any pedestrians crossing or about to cross the road. Also check the pavements for anyone who looks like they might step or run into the road.